Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Brown Chicken Brown Cow podcast, your favorite sex positive, body positive, gender positive, all the positive talk show. Back here with Laura, who has returned and is with us. My name is Jesselie. Good to see you again. And sitting with us, we have our fancy comedian co-host, Diana Hong. Hi, Diana. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm feeling fancy now. I've never been referred to as fancy, so I'm very flattered.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad to have you on here. We first met when you came to do a set on my show with That Plus Ships. And yeah, I'm very excited that you're here. So tell us a little bit about your background, your comedy background.
My comedy background is that I really didn't have any. I actually did not think comedy was going to be something I was going to do ever. I actually have a very strong phobia of talking in public in front of people. Like my very first speech in high school, I was crying. Aww. And so the teacher came up to me and he was like, took me outside and he's like, if you just go up there and say one word and get off stage, I will give you a B-. And then I started crying even harder because I was like, I can't not get an A. And so it was just a really, I was just like, what am I gonna do? And so it ended up being okay, but I played golf. I was a golfer. So I thought I was just going to be an athlete my whole life, and of course that didn't work out like a lot of other people's dreams of becoming an pro athlete.
Gosh, I thought you were just going to stop it at like everyone else's dreams.
I was also really concerned.
Yeah. Too real.
But then I was going to make the move to Arizona. This is when I was still turning pro, and I was like, well, I've always wanted to do comedy because I've always wanted to make people laugh and just let people forget for that one moment, like life doesn't suck, and just try to bring people together and show that like we're all human. We all have that thing in common. We're all just want to have a good time and be happy. And so I did an open mic because I was like, I'm never going to see these people again because I'm moving, and I got really drunk and it turned out okay.
You listening, kids? Best story.
Alcohol helps with your dreams. No, it doesn't.
We take that back.
We take that back. We can edit this post-production, right?
I don't think there are any kids watching the show, actually. Okay. So that was...
But then I did the whole golf thing. It didn't work out, and I was like, I want to do this, and I actually ended up, I'm coming up in my 5-year anniversary, but I actually did end up going to the psych ward because I was really sad, and I woke up one morning, granted, once again, a lot of alcohol involved, so this is why drinking is not the best when you're doing it in excessive amounts, but I woke up one morning and I was just like, I can't do this anymore, and I just had a friend pass away from, she took her own life, and then I had another friend that OD'd, so it was kind of like, I was like, I'm gonna do this for my friends to like not give up so easily, so I went and got help, and that was when I changed everything. I was like, I'm gonna do comedy because there was a woman there who's gone through hell and back, and she was still actively trying to kill herself. Like she couldn't even wear her own clothes, and she was deaf, so like no one would really talk with her. She was on one-on-one, so there was a nurse with her all the times, and it was me and a couple friends that I made on the floor, and we were just trying to talk to her because like we knew like no one else was, and she was sad, and so we were like asking her how to sign certain stuff, and I cracked a joke. Pretty sure it wasn't even the most PC joke, but she laughed, and she had the most beautiful smile, just because you can see someone who's gone through so much pain just like forget it for that one split second. She just forgot and was just having fun, and like after I got out I was like, that's what I'm gonna do.
That's so cool.
So that's been like my life mission, is to kind of make everyone feel like they're wanted, they're accepted, and make people laugh. That's all I want to do.
That is really beautiful, and thank you for sharing that with us. I'm sorry.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity. No, it's, getting better.
Yeah, good. And it's awesome that you had like this intense fear, and now you're getting up and doing it and killing it. Just being awesome. So thank you so much.
If it helps, you cannot tell that at one point you were terrified of public speaking anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. So,
which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be very bad if I never got better at that. But
that would be like the best comedy I've ever. So I'd like to tell you a joke today.
Just do it like Sia. Just hide behind something.
Can I cover my eyes?
You know, a lot of really famous people out there have intense stage fright, like Adele, Sia. Other people probably, so good. Good for you. That's awesome. You're just like Adele is what I'm saying.
Oh, thank you.
Just the same person. Yeah, Laura, do you have any questions?
I do.
Yeah.
I have a burning interest to know If you were a barnyard animal, which one would you be and why?
I feel like I never got into barnyard animals. I grew up I felt like Margaret Cho has this bit about how lesbians love dolphins. I was that kid and that just loved marine life. So I didn't think about it until now, but I think if I had to pick one, it'd be a dog, mainly because I'm very excitable. I love just running around and stuff. So I think just my natural human instincts are very canine-like. So I think I'm just gonna, I don't know what I just said, but I think
you said dog.
Yeah,
it happened.
Go with that.
It happened, dog.
But
cool.
you could be a dolphin in our barnyard. And how did you not end up being a marine biologist? 3/4 of the people in that field that I met in college were like, I'm gonna go study dolphins.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna be an athlete. There was a lot of potential to do a lot of other things in my life, but I was just lazy, and I was like, I'm gonna take the easy way out and play golf, and that was not what happened.
So what you're saying is the joke was on you.
Yeah, pretty much, and my parents. If we're gonna be honest, it's mostly on my parents.
Snap. All right. Well, that being said, where can we find you? How do we find you?
Find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. My handle is at WellHung DHo.
WellHung.
Yeah.
Well played.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Thank you.
Audience
I tried it.
sees.
It's some people don't, and then it just looks weird. But I don't know what I have coming up. I forgot, but
we'll make sure that
yeah, just follow me on social media because I always post and try to pretend I have friends. So that's kind of what I do on my page.
Oh, okay. I don't know what to say.
I'm just going to make weird faces.
Just come to my shows then, and then I could, right? No?
We'll make sure that our listeners know where your shows are and all your upcoming stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, with that, I think we're gonna check up on our sponsors. Monkey is pointing in the background, and
I
it's
think he
confusing
might be
me.
dancing.
I don't
It's hard
know.
to tell.
It's not all of your dance moves need to include pointing. I just want to point that
Apparently,
out.
there's a foot there too. I'm waiting for him to knock something over. Actually,
It could be a seizure.
It might be.
We're gonna go check on him.
Yeah, we're
Talk
gonna
to
go
some
check on him.
sponsors.
Yeah. We'll be
And
back.
then we're gonna get some comedy here. We're pretty excited. Jokes.
Thank you. Me too. This is gonna be fun. Hey everyone, I'm so happy to be here on Brown Chicken Brown Cow. Sorry, I'm ESL, which is English is my second language, so it's a little rough for me. But hopefully I didn't mess it up too much. This is new for me to be performing stand-up in someone's home, and I'm really excited about this experience, mainly because I've never worn shoes inside a house before, so this is new. And there's a puppy, and I love puppies. I'm just I just wanna pick her up and pet her and be the lesbian version of Dr. Evil, just. Stroking my little dog. Happy New Year. Are you guys, I love saying that to people who, white people, who more than likely don't know what I'm talking about because they look at me, they're like, how does this Asian girl not know math? Does she not know it's February? For those who don't know, it's Lunar New Year just happened, so happy year. I think it's the dog, I think it is, but I'm a dragon, so I don't care about anyone else. And so... Happy New Year, everyone. For those that don't know, that are not familiar with the term Lunar New Year, which is fine. I don't take offense to it because America, for the longest time, didn't recognize that there were any other Asians besides Chinese people until Gangnam Style anyways. So I understand the confusion. So happy Chinese New Year. It's customary for Asian culture and for New Year to give money, for adults to give money to children or other adults who don't have their shit together. So I'm gonna be able to pay rent this month. I'm really excited about that. Thank you. Bills are so great when they're actually paid. And but it's great. My parents, they came to this country from South Korea, just in case you were wondering which one I am. And figured I'd clarify nowadays because North Korea is getting really popular. So gotta let you know that there is a difference. And so if someone's gonna try to send me back, they better send me back to the right one because that could be a very expensive mistake. So just would like to clarify that. My parents, they immigrated to this country believing in the American dream, which meant when I was old enough to walk, I had to work like I believed in that shit too. And that, which was fine, because it was as a child, working in my parents' shop, it was a lot of fun, because after a lot of thought and consideration, because their whole dream was to have a business that will last generations, you know? Something could pass on to me and I could pass on to my kids. So after a while, they talked it out. They decided to open up a video store. Yeah, hindsight's 20/20, so. But so as a kid, that's a lot of fun because you get to look at all the different movies, and all I had to do was just put the movies back on the shelves when they got returned. It was an easy enough job. And then eventually when my dad thought I was old enough to talk to strangers on my own, I was like 5. He thought it would be a good idea to move me to the front of the house because I was a really shy kid. And so he thought forcing me to talk to strangers would be a great idea. And most parents are teaching their kids, you know, stranger danger, except for mine were, stranger, here you go. Take her, she's a girl, it's okay. I just love that because it's even worse because, like, Koreans are just only a little misogynistic, but not as bad as the Chinese. So it's just like, it's even more racist for even making that joke. But like, it was terrifying at first. So I was like, Dad, like, how do I even talk to people? Because I did not talk to anyone as a kid. And my dad gave me the advice of just like using the videos as a conversation starter. So like reading the title and like trying to relate to them somehow. And we are a very family-oriented store, meaning you can get all the titles for your family in just one-stop shop kind of deal. And because we had a porn section. And so we did really well, is what I'm trying to say. But those were my favorite customers because for me, like, I didn't know all the movie titles. So I got really excited when I would see someone come from that back room because it felt like a pop quiz, you know? And I was just like seeing them come up and I just got all excited because I'm like, it's my moment to bring honor to my family, you know? I was just super excited. And so like I'll have the customer come up, I'll get on my little step stool, I'll say, hi, welcome to Videoland. I see that you have, sound it out, a Sholi, that's not a word. Asshole Chasers 3. That's, I haven't seen this one yet. But the first 2 were really good. I really enjoyed the first 2. I'm glad, you know, they made this into a trilogy because I was just dying to know if they would ever catch Asshole. Let me know how it goes. Enjoy your evening. Thanks for coming. And I'm glad you guys got that joke. This is nice. I've been doing that joke for 2 weeks and no one got that part. So I'm really happy that you guys enjoyed it. But what better way to get your porn than from a 5-year-old just happy to read, right? Like everyone's a winner. I win then, nah, they win later. It's great. Growing up, I never realized how gay I actually looked because I grew up in a predominantly straight area, you know, because I grew up in society. And you gotta blend in. And I know for some of you, me telling you that I'm gay and wearing my keys at the same time is a little redundant. Lesbians, we like to wear our keys because it's our mating call. And it's fine. But my girlfriend, I have a girlfriend now. I'm very, very thankful for her. And she's so amazing. We've been together for 2 years, which for straight people who didn't know, that's like 40 years in straight people time. It kind of works out like dog years, you know, like 2, 40. I'm Asian, trust me on the math, I got you. But there's that whole stereotype with lesbians, like they have that whole, they like to move in very quickly because, you know, second date U-Haul. It's like a very long running joke. It's like, it's gone on forever in the gay community. So the joke goes like this. So it's, what does a lesbian bring to a second date? U-Haul! Yes, everyone A+ in gay. And so, I should be a teacher. And, no, but that's the stereotype, and no one knows how it really happened or why it's a thing. It's just everyone thinks that lesbians just move really fast. And personally, I mean, I do believe in equality. I am a feminist, but I do believe there are some natural differences between men and women, and one of them is that women are just naturally nesters. So when you have 2 of them together, it kind of works like Newton's first law of motion, you know, like an object in motion just stays in motion. It's like that Spice Girls song, 2 become 1. Tonight is the night when 2 become 1. And some of you may be familiar with this, some of you may not. This is a thing called scissoring. For some reason, people think we do this. It's not a real thing. And then I love doing this in front of older people who are not very familiar with scissoring because they just kind of looking at me. They're like, scissoring is like arts and crafts? Like, no, this is not a gang sign for Michaels. That's not what this is. And this is not, I hate that when people are like, oh, you must scissor because you're a lesbian. No, this is not comfortable. Do it with your fingers. Like, this is how you start a fire. This is not comfortable or a win-win for anyone. But I will say, like, as a lesbian, like, I feel like we do it because of trial and error. Like, we try it and we're like, this is an error. Because, like, we learn from porn, too. Because, you know, like, if you look at media, we're not in much of else, right? Like, that's the only thing we can see. And so that's my PSA on scissoring. I just wanted to do that. But I didn't realize how gay I looked until other people started calling me out. Like, because I never knew it, because like I said, I grew up in a predominantly straight area, so I was just like, I'm just a tomboy, right? And then until one day I went to the street fair with 3 of my other female-friendly friends. They were lesbians too. And when we were there was a free STD testing booth, and I was like, let's go do that. That seems like a fun activity to do on a Sunday. I wasn't sexually active at all. I was just like, this seems fun. And so we go get tested, and after you get tested, you get a little goodie bag. They were handing those out. And all my friends, in their goodie bag, they had lube, condoms, some safe sex pamphlets. But in my bag, the lady handed me one with lube, dental dam, plaid shirt, keys to a Subaru, and I'm just like, what the hell is this shit? She's like, let's be real, this is stuff you're actually gonna use, get on your unicorn, be gay, be free. Because I had no idea. I was like new to the gay thing. I was like, what? Dental dam? What the hell is this? Like, no one ever told me about dental dam. Are you guys familiar with dental dam? Good thing. I love this. I love you guys so much. Because it's really concerning when I just go out and they don't, especially the women. I always get like guys that are like, yeah. I'm like, you guys do realize, women, it's for you. Like, you guys should know about this. This is our version of the condom. This is what science has provided for us. So for those at home that do not know what dental dam is, it comes in a little Ziploc baggie, and what it is basically an oversized Listerine strip. And you take it out of the bag and you unfold it like a napkin, and you just kind of use it to cover your Pikachu, and that's... And what it's supposed to do is prevent you from contracting STIs, because how it works is that once you put it on, it immediately stops sexy time, because there is nothing attractive about saran wrapping your vagina, okay? That's what you do for leftovers. There's just like nothing sexy about that. And the reason I'm so passionate about this is because men, they have condoms, right? They have a whole aisle at Target of just condoms, like different types. They have studded ones. That sounds like a weapon. They have warming ones. I don't know why you want to make your partner feel like they peed, but that's to each their own, right? They have fire and ice ones. According to physics, those should not even go together. Right, but in 2018, the best thing that scientists could come up for us is a vagina blanket. And it's not even electric. You think technology would have advanced a little more? I love being back in Sacramento. I grew up here, so Sacramento is home to me, and I love the OG Sacramento people before Lady Bird became super popular. Like I don't have like a personal vendetta against Lady Bird. I just don't like that when I go to a different city, they're just like, oh, you must really like Lady Bird because they finally put you on the map. And I'm like, we're the capital. We've been on the map. We actually have a star where we are. So I don't know. You're just a dot. I don't know why you want to take that away from us all of a sudden. But even though I grew up in Sacramento, and Sacramento is home, I will, the Bay Area will always have a special place in my heart, because only in the Bay will you find someone that looks like they should be in Joy Luck Club, but when they talk, they sound like Snoop Dogg. It's the only place you'll find that beautiful combination. And one of my good friends, she's out in East Oakland. Y'all familiar with East Oakland? Yeah. All right, for those at home that do not know about East Oakland, East Oakland's the type of place where even Mormon missionaries ride around in cars instead of riding their bikes, you know? They got out and they're like, Jesus can only do so much, and they got back in and they're just like, we'll just drive, it's cool. And I love my friend from East Oakland because she's a huge pothead. She smokes the same amount of weed as Snoop, and it's great because she's this tiny little Asian girl, like super Chinese, like feet bound, everything. And I'm just like, where do you fit all that? She's super like I went over one day, we woke up and she had live chickens in her kitchen for dinner, like super Chinatown Chinese. And so I'm just like, to her to smoke that much weed, I'm just like, how is that even a thing? But I love people that smoke weed. If you don't have a friend that smokes weed, you need one because they say the smartest, most intelligent, unnecessary shit ever. And it's really great. Personally, I don't smoke weed anymore because it got to the point where I couldn't afford the weed and the munchies. So, I opted for the munchies because I'm an adult. So I have to make adult decisions now. That being said, I do take free weed. And so, if you want a tip. But my homegirl, she's really a fun time sometimes. And one night she calls me up at 3 a.m, and I pick up because I'm thinking East Oakland, like someone got shot, like this is an emergency. I pick up, I'm like, dude, what's going on? She's just like, yo, dude, check it. I just had epiphany. And I'm like, who the hell's epiphany? Like, because that's the one I knew she was high, because only when you're high will use an SAT word at 3 a.m, right? Like, I didn't even know she knew that word. I was like, dude, okay, so I'm awake. What is this epiphany that you have? She's like, hey, man, check it. You know it'd be the best drive-by car? A black Prius with tinted windows. That should be so quiet, no one would hear it. She woke me up at 3 a.m. for that shit. So I'm just on the other line like, oh, dear Lord. Wait, am I high too, though? Because that shit was brilliant. That is so clever. Right? Can you imagine how great the world would be with eco-friendly gangbangers? Their gang sign's an E for the environment. Their color is forest green. And every time you buy drugs from them, if you bring your own bag, you save 10 cents. You guys, thank you so much for having me on. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.